dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
School officials in Knox County are investigating a Knox County coach. A viral video online reportedly shows a coach using explicit language with players in a locker room. Knox County school officials say they want to assure parents that they are investigating the matter and will take necessary steps as they continue. No other information was released from school leaders. Crews in Wayne County, West Virginia and Lawrence County are investigating a fire which left at least one person dead. That fire happened this morning. Crews were called out to the home in the 2100 block of Mill Creek in the Fort Gay area. The home was destroyed in the fire. Officials said remains were found inside the home. The name of the person has not been released. 2 people are facing charges after a large amount of drugs were found in a Laurel County home. Jamie Deaton and Alicia Isom were arrested last Friday following a 2-month investigation. Police say a search warrant was executed at a home on Roy Duggar Road. Police say fentanyl, assorted pills, and drug paraphernalia was found. More than $43,000 in cash was also found. Deaton and Isom were taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. In Pike County, a woman is facing several charges, including assaulting a police officer. The incident happened when police responded to a shoplifting complaint last Friday at the Pikeville Walmart. Police say Lori Fields picked up items and left without paying for them. Police say she later started to resist arrest and then began fighting officers. Fields was found with fentanyl, cocaine, and other drug paraphernalia in her possession.
We still have those wonderful temperatures continuing, and looking at those temperatures out the door, you can see we're still in the 70s for some parts of our area. 70 degrees if you're in Jackson, 72 for Hazard, Manchester, Irvin, Somerset, Monticello. Some places are already starting to cool down into the 60s, 68 for Logan and 69 for London. But as we go into our overnight hours, those low temperatures will be in a range between 50 to 43 degrees. Some places a little bit warmer, 57 if you're heading to Jackson. But the normal low for this time of year is 44 degrees. So even though this may feel cooler than today's highs, they're still warmer than they normally are this time of year. Taking a look at that satellite and radar, though, we are staying clear from rain. Nothing in our area other than a little bit of clouds obstructing the view this afternoon of our sunny skies. But it'll continue to be a nice couple hours as those temperatures are just slightly tapering off into our overnight lows. 63 degrees for your 11 p.m. hour, and it's 57 by the time 7 a.m. rolls around. Steve?
All right. Thank you very much, Megan. Plans have been approved to begin construction on a new federal prison in Letcher County. The Bureau of Prisons will purchase approximately 500 acres of land in the Roxana community to build that prison on. Officials say it will be designed to hold roughly 1,400 adults in custody. Now, here's what Congressman Hal Rogers had to say about it. Quote, "I think you'll see more gas being sold and groceries being bought and people buying other goods and services in Letcher County. So this will be a big spark in the economy of a county that needs jobs." Congressman Rogers says it will take approximately 1 year to begin construction on the prison. Of course, this prison has been a topic of discussion for many years. The names and locations of businesses who can legally grow and process medical marijuana in Kentucky were named today. Hundreds of cultivators and processors entered a lottery earlier this year. The winners were announced during an event in Louisville. It took place at the Kentucky Lottery Corporation headquarters, and WYMT's Phil Pendleton was there.
26 locations were announced after a complex lottery system that officials say was done to ensure fairness and randomness.
We considered the best practices used in other states and determined this was the most fair and transparent way to build this exciting new industry in the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
Flynn says no one in the Lottery Corporation knew who was being drawn, and only a system of numbers was chosen, along with an identify, de-identify process. Governor Beshear then read off the numbers and their corresponding names and locations.
The fifth, lottery number 52, application number 5006, Limestone Processing LLC, that is in Fayette County.
There are also 2 other locations chosen in Fayette County, Going Blue and NG Health, along with Arizona Bay Investments in Lincoln County and Armory, Kentucky in Estill County.
But the way this is set up is they have to grow here, they have to process here, they have to dispense here.
Once the process is complete, patients over 18 will be able to purchase meds to treat everything from cancer to PTSD.
Well, I have cancer. I had a bone marrow transplant.
Karen Czar says the availability of medical cannabis is a win. She says she had to travel out of state, a 3-hour round-trip journey for relief.
And in my case, like I said, it's just a topical cream. I'm not even ingesting any of the product. I'm just putting it on. And within an hour, I can tell a difference.
In Louisville, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
The dispensaries will be named at a later date. A complete list of all 26 businesses selected in the lottery will be available on our website at WYMT.com. Just find this story. There are plenty of races going on in eastern Kentucky between candidates on Election Day, but there are a bevy of topics folks will vote on as well, along with the issue of medical cannabis in many counties. Folks in 3 counties in our area will cast their ballots regarding a wet-dry vote. Those counties are Letcher, Morgan, and Menifee. With the 2024 general election on the calendar for next Tuesday, some voters are already hitting the polls. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has a look at early voting in Pike County.
Pike County voters have seen a variety of changes through the years, with a mission to make the polls more accessible.
More and more people are voting at the vote centers compared to, used to we had 57 precincts, so you had 57 polling places. People vote where they're close to work and stuff now.
From the shift to voting centers that welcome voters from anywhere in the county to the expansion of early voting opportunities.
I think in the governor's race a year ago, we had around 500 requests for absentee ballots, and we had almost 1,400 this time, so, close to triple the amount of people requesting absentee ballots.
County Clerk Darrell Pugh says with mail-in ballots rolling in and excused absentee voters making their way to the polls through Wednesday, the response to this year's general election looks promising.
We've had over 200 people with excused absentee voting. I think it was 228 earlier today, I asked. And that's up from what we've had in the past. Some people have requested their absentee ballots and they've not got them in time, so they come in here and they want to cancel their absentee ballot and go ahead and vote here.
With early voting opening Thursday through Saturday at the Pike County Library's Lee Avenue branch and the Belfry Courthouse, Hugh says there are plenty of opportunities to vote, but he says being informed is just as important as showing up.
We need an educational program to teach people to realize what's on the ballot. Just for instance, this time we have 2 amendments on the back, makes it a lengthy ballot. A lot of people don't vote the back side of the ballot.
Reminding people to pay attention at the polls. In Pike County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Let's take a look at a couple of the mayoral races that are happening in Pike and Floyd counties. In the race for mayor of Elkhorn City, that will be a 3-candidate race between Roxanne Blankenship, Janet Adkins, and Nathan Bryant. Bryant has been the city's interim mayor following Mike Taylor's resignation earlier this year. And in the battle for mayor of Prestonsburg, that race is also between 3 candidates: Danny Martin, David Gearhart, and Rick Hughes. Hughes is the city's interim mayor after Les Stapleton resigned. Renovations are underway at one Southeastern Kentucky Community and Technical College campus. Administrators with SKCTC have announced a $3 million renovation project has started at their Pineville campus. Crews will be working to install a new HVAC as well as a new roof, new flooring, and fresh paint. Administrators did not release a timeline for the project.